Ever had that perfect trade set up, only to watch the price dip just enough to hit your stop loss, and then immediately shoot up in the exact direction you predicted? It feels personal, like someone is watching your specific account. But this isn't about one broker or one small trade. It's the result of a massive mechanical process that happens every day. What you experienced is a tool used by the biggest players in the world called an institutional liquidity grab. This chart shows the problem large banks and hedge funds face. They trade with billions of dollars, and they can't just click buy like we do. If they dropped their massive orders into the market all at once, they would drive the price up so fast that they'd end up paying a much higher price than they intended. They need a huge supply of people willing to sell at the exact same time they want to buy. They find that supply right below the obvious support lines, where thousands of traders place their stop-loss orders. By pushing the price down just enough to trigger those safety nets, they force all those traders to sell their positions. The institutions buy up that flood of sell orders, and that fuel is what drives the real move higher. The support levels we use to hide our stop losses are the first places large institutions look to find the fuel for their next move. When that sudden price spike wipes out your position, your body reacts as if it's under a physical attack. Science tells us that when money is on the line, our brains stop acting like calculators and start acting like survival tools. Your brain is currently split. On one side is your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles logic, strategy, and following a disciplined plan. On the other side is the amygdala. This is your primitive emotional center, and its only job is to trigger a fight or flight response when it senses danger. As the trade goes against you, your heart rate climbs, your palms sweat, and your breathing gets shallow. Your brain is preparing for a battle. Under extreme pressure, the amygdala flashes red, completely shutting down your logical center. This is an amygdala hijack. Your disciplined plan is replaced by chaos, driving an overwhelming urge to fight the market and win back your losses. Institutional traders rely on this cycle. They know that when prices spike, retail traders will panic, and that panic provides the volume the big players need to finish their move. Losing a single trade is just a cost of doing business, but this internal panic response is what turns one small mistake into a total account collapse. To keep your logical brain in control, you have to stop trying to predict where the price will stop. By shifting from a target to a calm observer, you can wait for the institutions to move first. This is the power of live market execution. Instead of letting the market surprise you with a hit to your stop loss, you wait for the liquidity grab to finish completely. Watching for the market to settle before you act keeps your logical brain engaged and prevents that sudden shock that triggers a panic. You look for the actual footprint of the big players, rather than relying on indicators that only show you what happened in the past. You also need a way to turn down the volume of your stress when things get erratic. We call this dynamic risk mitigation. When the market becomes highly volatile, you simply reduce the size of your trades. Cutting your lot size in half during a storm keeps your risk small enough that your amygdala never feels the need to take over. True risk management means moving with the market's current energy, rather than fighting it with a rigid set of rules. To know if this new, patient approach is working, you need to look at the right data. Many traders rely on backtesting, looking at old charts to see what would have happened. But backtesting is a bit of a dream. It doesn't account for the real-time panic or the way prices actually slip when you try to buy or sell in a fast market. The only numbers that matter are your live performance metrics. These track what you actually executed when the pressure was real. This dashboard shows the reality of your edge. You track your win rate to see how often you're right, but you focus on your profit factor. This number tells you exactly how many dollars you make for every dollar you lose. Mastering the market is about three things: seeing the institutional trap, controlling your own